I've wondered so often why a man who has a wife who loves him and kids who love him, why he would just get up and leave suddenly. Without a word.
It's better this way.
How can you say that?
Take my word for it.
How you doing?
Fine.
Sis, that letter we got? Well, I'm glad you've finally been able to deal with it. Put it out of your mind.
What makes you say that?
Because you haven't brought it up in the last couple of days.
I've had other things on my mind.
Such as?
The trial, to declare Dad legally dead. So when do you think that will begin?
A week or two, sometime in there.
That soon?
Well, there's no reason to delay the case. It's open and shut. Mom will testify that Dad left without saying a word to anyone, that no one knows why he left, that he's been gone almost 8 years, and that no one's seen or heard from him in all that time.
So that's all there is to it?
Well, if the insurance company has any valid evidence to prove he's alive, they can bring it out.
Then once Mom testifies, the judge will declare our father legally dead?
That's about it. And Brooke, that's the way it should be.
I had to find out if you were alive. I wanted to know that.
And now that you know, Brooke, don't ask me to go home.
I wasn't going to.
Forget that you saw me. Just forget about me, period.
Do you have a problem with that?
No. Why would I?
Great house, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Must be a lot of memories.
Yes, there are.
Yeah, they're all around, aren't they? You and Mom buying this land, building this house, 4 of us kids being born here. All the birthdays, graduations, and Christmases. Fun, the sharing, the laughter. Watching us grow up, go away to college and come back. Is that what's going through your head, Dad?
Yes, that's what's going through my head. All the memories.
Don't tell me you're actually thinking about how it would feel to leave all this, leave all of us behind.
That's enough, Ridge.
Or maybe it's a little harder than you first thought it would be to walk away from your wife and children.
Do you think I haven't thought about all that? Do you think this has been easy? Do you think it's easy now? You can't mention one thing that I haven't thought of, that I haven't felt, that I haven't agonized over.
Well, take my word for it, Dad. You're going to miss it.
You take my word for it. I don't need you to remind me of that.
Is she really worth it, Dad? Whoever this woman is? Tell me, is she really worth it?
The Bold and the Beautiful. This portion sponsored by fudge-covered Oreo cookies from Nabisco.
Oh, glad to find you two together.
Oh, what's up?
Are Donna and Katie home?
Not yet.
Do you have any idea when they will be?
Well, they should be any minute. Why?
Well, I've decided not to delay any longer. I want us to have a family meeting. I want them to know about the case, your father, and what we're going to do.
Tonight?
As soon as they get home.
And do you want us both here when you tell them?
Yes, please. This is going to affect all of us, and I think we should all be together when it's discussed.
I think that's a good idea. Brooke, how about you?
Why tonight? Can't this wait?
For what?
For some other time. I don't know, maybe after the trial or something.
You know the risk we'd be running, don't you?
Mom, I know that you're worried about publicity, but isn't there some way we can avoid this?
Brooke, listen to me, please. Now, you know how unusual this case is. There probably aren't 2 or 3 like it heard in LA each year, and that's bound to attract the attention of some reporter, and that means publicity. And there is no way to prevent it.
Brooke, I can't have your sisters finding out about this from a news report. I want to be the one to tell them.
Have you figured out what you're going to say?
Just what we discussed the other night. What the case is about and why I filed it.
Does that mean you're going to tell them about Eric Forrester?
Well, I don't see why I should get into that right now. Even Eric's children don't know about us or our plans yet.
Then your mind is made up?
Yes, Brooke.
Well, since as I understand it, you're going to stick pretty much to the legalities of the situation, why don't you let me handle this?
No, Stormy, it's my responsibility. I want to tell the girls. Neither one of you may have to say anything. I don't know, but it would just help me if you were here.
Well, if that's what you want, that's what we'll do. Right, Brooke?
What, Storm? I'm sorry, I didn't hear your question.
Do you agree that we should do it the way Mom says?
Well, whatever you two decide.
Have you stopped to ask yourself whether this woman is worth it? Whoever she is she worth walking out on us?
Ridge, I've asked you every way I know how, nicely, to drop the subject. Now, I'm not asking, I'm telling you. You're way out of line.
If this woman's gonna be my stepmother, who the hell is she?
You watch your mouth. I don't like your tone, Ridge.
My tone has nothing to do with it. Why won't you tell me who she is?
When the time is right, I'll tell you who she is.
Well, you want to know something? I don't want to know who she is. I couldn't care less who or what she is. You will never find anyone like Mother. I think you're a fool for leaving Mother.
I'm sorry this happened.
I'm sorry you had to witness it. I suppose you want to know who she is, too.
Hey! Donna and Katie, don't go upstairs just yet. We're going to have a family meeting.
What is it? You're okay, aren't you? Well, why do we need a family meeting?
I want to talk to you about something important.
Can I just get something to eat first?
Honey, you can eat later.
This is serious, isn't it?
Yes.
What's going on?
At my request, your brother has filed a lawsuit in court that's going to have an effect on all of us.
Lawsuit? What kind of lawsuit?
I've asked the court to declare your father legally dead.
My God, Mom. Why?
Just let me explain first what's going on, then you can ask all the questions you want. Sometime within the next week or two, there's going to be a trial. I will testify as a witness at the trial, and if your brother's analysis of the case is correct, the judge will rule that your father is dead.
Just like that.
Donna, the law has presumed our father's been dead for the last 3 years. Now all Mom's gonna do is ask the judge to confirm what the law has already presumed.
Well, then why do you have to have a judge confirm it? Why do you have to do that?
Well, there are substantial legal reasons that concern the four of us. This house, for example. Now, unless Mom does this, we could conceivably find ourselves out in the street if something should happen to her. And Mom's been paying on Dad's insurance policy for years.
Stormy, let me. Storm will explain everything in detail later if you want. But for my part, I feel that it's time that we stop living in a make-believe world.
What are you saying?
Honey, nobody has heard anything from your father or about him since the day he left. 8 years and not a word. That has to tell us something.
There has to be some reason why he hasn't contacted us.
Katie, your father was not the kind of man who could ignore his family. He loved you, and I believe he loved me. Now, as painful as this might be, I think it's time that you and Donna started to look at this more realistically.
What if he's sick and he can't contact us?
He had identification. We would have heard something from somebody.
But what if...
Honey, there are a million what-ifs, and I have thought of every one of them over the past 8 years. All they do is keep us prisoners in this make-believe world.
But you have no proof that Dad is dead. Do you?
You know everything about it that I do, Donna. Everything.
Well, then how can you say that he's dead?
Because I can't say he's alive. We haven't heard from him.
You make that sound so coldly logical.
Honey, believe me, there comes a time when you've got to be logical about some things. It isn't easy, it hurts, I know. But you've got to do it.
It's the way our father would have wanted us to look at it.
Go on. Go on. It's time you both cried. It's time you mourned your father.
Mom, I'm sorry. I think I need to go upstairs.
Okay, honey. Okay, go on.
So do I.
I'm gonna go with them. I don't want them to be alone.
No, Mom. Mom, wait. Let me go, okay?
I suppose you're wondering who the woman is, too.
I assume that you will tell us all when the time is right. Obviously, you must have your reasons for wanting to wait.
It just isn't fair. Dad was such a nice man. He was so quiet and so gentle. He hardly ever got mad. And he never raised his voice. He always had time for us.
Do you remember how much he used to want for us? For the whole family? It never happened. It just never worked out, but he tried.
We loved him anyway. I guess that just wasn't enough.
Is he really gone?
I guess so, Katie. It just seems so wrong. Dad never wanted to hurt anybody. It's like you said. He used to work so hard and try so hard. Just even though he went to college, nothing ever seemed to go right for him. And now...
Why did he have to go away? Why couldn't he have just stayed here with us?
I don't know, Katie. Maybe because he loved us so much and he didn't want to let us see him fail.
But didn't he understand? He didn't fail. He loved us. He knew that. And we loved him.
I guess he felt that that wasn't enough. I don't know what else to say.
Well, we'll never know. We're never gonna see him again because he's dead. And there's nothing we can do about it. He's dead. And I'm never gonna see him again. And I'll never get to know him.
I wish I could help. There is so much that I would like to say to both of you.
What's there to say, Brooke? There's nothing that anybody can do. Dad is dead, and there's nothing that anybody can do. We have to accept that. I don't want to, but I have to. We have to accept it, Brooke. But how do we know that he's dead? How do we really know that?
For whatever reason you don't want to tell who the woman is, you're entitled.
Look, I'm really very uncomfortable with the subject. Maybe we could talk about something else besides this so-called other woman.
It's eventually a reality that you're going to have to deal with. But in the meantime, it's good for character.
I can't get over you. You could be reacting with such anger and hostility, and you're not. You're a remarkable woman.
That's nice to hear, even now.
What about Felicia? Has she been told?
No.
Maybe I should fly to England. Tell her, or bring her home. She should be told.
Let's wait on that.
You do understand that there's nothing to wait for. The divorce is moving forward. It's gonna happen.
Let's wait a little longer, please.
But how do we know for certain that Dad is dead?
We just have to accept that he is.
But why? We don't know. Shouldn't we be certain? I guess we would have heard something if he were alive, wouldn't we? Daddy wouldn't have forgotten about us. He wouldn't have. I know he wouldn't have. I just know. He is dead. Daddy is dead. Daddy is dead.
No, Donna, no, he isn't dead. No, he's alive.